Sweet. Good. Has that gone reset my settings again? Good afternoon, good evening. Second. Yes. Hey Lou, how you doing? Do me a favour, Lou. Let us know if the audio randomly dies when I start the game. I streamed for 2 hours yesterday and Newton didn't say a word. He was speaking to us in chat. He didn't say a word that there was no audio. So the last VOD has 2 hours of no audio at all. You could hear me, just not the game. That, and I completed I finally hit my first issue with the PS5 version of this. I completed the main story quest, Return of the Bull, which is tied into a trophy, and it didn't unlock. So I've contacted Square Enix. They're looking into it. I tried to explain to them that my account on the PlayStation's had no end of issues. But yeah, that trophy there was supposed to unlock, but it didn't. So I contacted their support yesterday, and they're looking into it. Which is weird, because again, it's weird. Again, I'm thinking I was thinking it could be an account issue, but at the same time, why is that unlocked? And that, so they've unlocked perfectly fine. Just not the first trophy in the patch content of Stormblood hasn't unlocked. Confused.com. Right, yesterday it died as soon as I got onto the login screen. Do we still have audio? Because the sliders on mine were still going yesterday. So it looked like everything was working. I could hear it. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Newton was yakking away and he didn't say a word. The joys of streaming. That's annoying because obviously I've got to have a separate audio source to what you guys hear, because whenever something comes up that I need to mute, obviously I'm muted on the feed, but I've got it set up so I can still hear it. I also did some tweaking to the colouring as well. I tried to get it as close to what I see on the HDR TV. It's a bit more vivid. What are you up to at the minute, Lou? You got like 2 seconds to do something. Literally take you like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I want to quickly complete turn 4 in the second coil and turn 4 in the final coil. So again, like 2 seconds. I couldn't do turn 4 and second coil with my 73 Paladin or my 80 Samurai, because when those like meteorite things drop, they're just slowly destroying my health. And obviously, with my Paladin, there wasn't enough damage compared to my Samurai. It's just to unlock them. I did the first one on my own last night, but I can't get the next 2 done to get the trophies. Yeah, managed to do the first one. I'll do the Savage ones at some point in the future. I did Alexander as well, because they weren't unlocked, obviously, because I started the PS5 version during Stormblood, so I had to like redo the raids. Get the trophies to pop. Yeah, all others are popping, just not the first one in the Stormblood patch content. Hopefully they can fix it. Or it's just a bug simply with that one trophy, and when I get to the next one, that'll hopefully pop. What's the next one? I'm going to quickly do those raids before I crack on with the next bit of story, just to get the trophies popped. Something soon. Rise of a New Sun, right, so that's the next quest that needs to be completed to get the next quest. Rise of a New Sun. There. So, I'm currently up to the Sword in the Stone. So a couple of quests, and then I'll be up to that one. And then if that doesn't pop as well, definitely something wrong. And again, when you look at the trophy, there's a percentage against it, so people have unlocked it. And again, these trophies are just added on the PS5 version, that were never in the PS4 one for Heaven's Word, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers. But like if you look at the Return of the Bull, it says 24.5% players have earned it, so people are unlocking it. But for some reason, it didn't unlock for me. Goose. So yeah, hopefully Square Enix will be able to fix the issue. Touch wood. Well, I finally hit a point where trophies aren't unlocking. Like all trophies up to this point. Like I'm in the Stormblood expansion now, and the first one, which is for the end of the main expansion, that's unlocked, as well as the raids for this expansion, they've unlocked. However, the first trophy in the patch content for this expansion, which I completed last night, hasn't unlocked. And I thought maybe it's an account issue, because I've had no end of issues, obviously, with PlayStation and Final 14. So I've gotten in touch with Square Enix this morning, because Sony pretty much said the last time I tried to contact them, no, we could do. And yeah, they said they'll look into it. So, you know, just weird, because like I said, that trophy's unlocked, and the raid trophies have unlocked within this expansion, but the next story one hasn't. But other people have unlocked it. Well, basically what happens is when you complete a quest, it'll automatically unlock every trophy up to that point when it comes to main story. And then same with crafting, you just have to craft one item and it'll unlock all crafting related trophies. Do one fate in an area, it'll unlock all fates. And it did that. It unlocked all trophies up to the point where I've getting up to in the New Game Plus run. But it hasn't unlocked the one that I did yesterday. So I've got no idea. Let's see if this one unlocks. This is one of the original raids. Probably will, because I got the first one unlocked last night. What does that mean for the last expansion as well? Because I haven't unlocked anything in that yet, because I haven't gotten there on the New Game Plus room. Yeah, when these rocks start falling, I can survive the first wave, but then the second one just wipes it. This one that kept wiping us when it just drops loads of them. When these start exploding, it just kills my health. To get to this point with my power as well. That's a lot of damage. Wait, 2 seconds. And quickly do the last one, and we're good. Ooh, look at all that fancy stuff. Oh, yes. How do I get out? Let me out! Seriously, where do you get out? Oh, there it is. Quickly do the other one and then we're good. Thankfully you don't have to do all of them, you just have to do the last one in each stage. Quickly kill Bahamut. I'm thinking of replaying 7. I was watching a Core play it the other day. He's playing non-VR. Now I want to play it again in VR. Ah, blah 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 blah. Hang on, nah, don't go yet. Blah 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 blah. My fingers, music, fingers. Okay. Not allowed to have that track playing. Some stupid reason. What? Audio jump? What? Bahamut. Bad man. Oh. Somebody stepped out the area. Can I do this alone? We'll find out next time on Dragon Bollocks. He does Mega Flare, I'm screwed. Hello. Send your brood, I will send them all packing. Hopefully. Damn it. Where are you? Hello. This is gonna hurt. Ah, fuck, I got knocked out. I was fucking around. That's what I get for fucking around. Susme! But this time. Buhamot, I don't want to. So audio's all good, yeah, we all good? I said yesterday I streamed for 2 hours. Newton didn't say a word. No audio. Apart from me speaking, Newton didn't say a word. He was speaking to us. Not once did he say, oh, by the way, there's no game audio. And all the dials and everything were jumping on mine, so everything looked normal. So as far as I was concerned, everything was working. But yeah. It's a good job I voice everything, isn't it? Apart from the parts that were actually voiced. So those parts are quiet. Had some video as well, as I've upped my bitrate to 7 now. As a partner's been streaming a max of 8. I bumped mine up to 7. Don't want to go too high because obviously my internet's a bit dodgy at the moment. Pew pew. Man, I wish I could listen to the music for this. Such a great track. I've actually not been paying much attention to games coming out. Like I said, I'm quite content playing this, and there's plenty of other games that I've already got. Well, this game's keeping me quite happy. Hopefully Sony will fix the problem with that trophy. I've spent a good chunk of this year just playing this. And I've been setting up my Vita, because there's a couple of games on there I'm thinking of playing. Like Soul Sacrifice and Freedom Wars and what have you. Come on, Bahamut. Mountain playing. Mega Flower. Oh, Terraflare. Save me, Lou. Please. Actually hurt. Hello. Goodbye. Rooney, and there it is. That just leaves the Savage trophies. I'll do it. Labby-dee-doo-be-doo-dee-be-doo. No, don't you dare leave. I don't want that trash. You can have it. Thank you very much, Lou. Now we can continue the story. Yay. Yeah. There's other issues with this game as well. I better quickly change the setting before I forget. Character. Names. Actually, Lou, stay there. Stay in party for a minute. You see how it's showing the full character name? Okay, if you look at the party list up at the top there, it shows full character names. Yet, if you look at party members, display name initials. There's a problem with the PS5 version where every time you log out, it doesn't remember that setting, even though it's selected. You can see it says there initials. So what I have to do is, every time I log in, I have to do that, and then reapply it. But for some reason it didn't work there. Huh. Nanny. Huh. Seems to be broken. Now it just doesn't want to apply it, period. There's other people having issues with it as well, like the rumble. People are having to keep reapplying the rumble. I don't have to. That's the one setting that is fine for me. But yeah, it seems like the settings don't... hang on, maybe it's because you're a friend. So, forename, initials, apply. Nope. Still showing full. Even for myself. Forename, surname, apply. Nope. That is, leave the party and re-add you. Just a test. Party members. Spend. So then if I send you another one. Party members. Oh shit. Friends list. So invite to party. Sure. I think we lost Lou. Nope, still shows full names. Now the settings just aren't even working, period. Ah. Interessante. Let's try something else. In the party, Lou. Log out. I want to re-download the settings. See what happens. Where's the music? What happened to the music? Oh yeah, because I was because I was doing the... Right, so by logging in, profile thing show any just in case I'll quickly do that for a second. Gun demon. Right, I'm gonna quickly re-download the settings. So download. Find settings downloaded. Character settings. Download. When did I upload them? The 18th. Alright. We'll see if that's made a difference. Cursor size is big again. It resets that every time I log out as well. It makes the cursor size tiny. I have to keep reapplying that to be massive. That's maximum size on 4K. It just looks like a normal cursor. Whereas normal cursor setting, it is teeny, teeny, tiny. Da, 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 nope. Still full names. Hey. Well, that's just completely broken now. Party members. Full name. Oh, hang on. Let's try full name. Apply. Initials. Apply. Nope. Doesn't work. Friends. Full names. Apply. Initials. Apply. Maybe it's not updating because we're not in the same area. Where are you at the minute? I'll teleport in and see if it updates. Starium. If this does anything. Nope, still shows full name. Huh. Also, why is your name blue? Guess it's because we're in a party. Could be orange. Where are we? Character. Names apply. Initials apply. Nope. Doesn't work. Friends. Full name. Initials. Apply. Nope. He's done barked. Let's see. Party. Leave. Well, the name turns orange at least. That works. But, it's got initials in the overworld. And when I target you, it's got initials. It's just not updating the party one. Right, one more invite. Ah, he's gone. Never mind. Great. Cool. Thank you very much, Lou. I shall crack on with the next bit of story. That's not where I want to go. Maybe that's why trophies aren't popping. Maybe everything is just broken now. I reinstalled the game earlier where I was on with a tech support. Just to see if deleting the PS4 version would make it completely disappear from my library, because it used to just vanish entirely when it was just the PS4 version. That works. God knows. Yeah, names are still borked. Ah, bollocks. Because I restored character settings, it's gone and restored all my hotbars to the way they were previously. Shit. Thankfully my samurai's fine, so I can crack on. Oh well. Thank you for the help, Lou. Now to crack on with the next bit of story. That's fine. I was just pestering you to do some tech. Yeah, sun's been out most of the day. What's Goose up to? Did you see you finished Resident Evil 2? Yeah, managed to buy a couple of games on my Vita. Tactics Zorga, Silent Hill Book of Memories, and a bunch of other like PS3 games and that. Why isn't there a digital version of Silent Hill HD collection? I mean, I've got the Xbox 360 physical copy up there, but I was going to get on my PlayStation. Since the patch didn't fix the whole fog problem. Yeah. Well, the stupid thing is, it's a good job you can access the PSP games from the PS3, because you can't access them from the PSP anymore. When you log into the store's blank, and it's just got a message saying the store's been moved, and it diverts you to the web browser version. But obviously they've closed the web browser version down for PSP and what have you. It's only now got PS4 and PS5 stuff on there. Hey, I've got a physical copy of 3D Dog Game Heroes. Thinking of getting my hand on a couple of physical PlayStation games, like Jade Cocoon. I want to get a Dino Crisis in that, rather than signing up and using my American account. I'd rather get some physical copies, and then I can play them in my PS3. But I've still got my physical copy. Same with Folklore. How much is Folklore worth now? Well, the prices should plummet again now that they've decided they're not closing the PS3 store or the Vita store, only the PSP one. 90. It'll sharp just go up now that they've decided not to close them. Sucks for anyone that rushed out and bought a physical copy of it. But at the same time, keep a hold of it, because obviously eventually they will shut them down, but they've decided not to for now. Because there must have just been a mass outcry of people saying, what the fuck are you doing? Right, the sword in the store. Everything in order? Then let us proceed to Kugani Dori and find the master of Shifuku Uchtin. As usual, my brother's girlfriend has just stood here like a lemon. Rose just leaves herself standing there. Oh shit, I'm a new game custom in a car. We might have had customers like those you describe. So many people come through, it's difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making a purchase? No? Well, you can't blame a woman for trying. It doesn't seem to be the pawnbroker you seek. If I remember, it was the one over here. Welcome, good sir. Welcome. Will you be buying or... Ah, so you've heard tell of the Rogan Samurai's katana. Small wonder, it is a fine example of its kind. One moment. I remember. There it is. I'm very thirsty. Burgers for my tea. The man is very thirsty. See, burgers, I had two bricks for my tea. The burgers were rock solid. And I got some like microwave fries just because I was feeling lazy. And I put them in for the 2 minutes as instructed, got them out, and the driest fries I've ever had. So I stuck them in the fryer and crisped them up a bit, and much better. Nom, nom, nom. Yeah, I hope you have found our pawnbroker. Excellent work, Jasix. And that is the katana. It is indeed. There can be no doubt, it is Gusetsu's blade. Craftsmanship is exquisite, isn't it not? You'll be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. Should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it is priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. Whoa. Sucks what happened to the voice actor of this character here. I didn't even know that until replaying it through. Because I said, I questioned if our voice had changed between this and like later parts of the expansion and then the patch content. The voice actor changed, but with a very grim reason. It turns out the original voice actor was murdered, along with our 2 kids. But yeah, I didn't even know that. I like curiously Googled whether I had changed voice actors, and then I discovered why. Blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing his safe return. It's not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay. I'll pay with my measly 80k to my name. Nay, my friend. Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. Igiri, wait. Scions will buy the katana. Pray, consider it a gift. Master Alphino, your kindness is touching, truly. Yet in matters of coin, would Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted? Come now, our friend would never have relinquished his blade when the need were the need not great. And are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I see we are, and I am sure Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. It's settled then. You have made a wise choice, my friends. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. Watching a weird show on Netflix. Like I've just finished watching Daybreakers. It's about like an apocalypse that like wipes out all adults and turns them into like mindless ghouls, and basically they're like zombies, but they can speak, but they can only speak like the last thing that they thought or the last thing that they said. Whereas all the kids and teenagers and that, they've all survived. And it's like following this guy who's trying to find his girlfriend who he broke up with right on the day of the apocalypse. Yeah, was a pretty interesting show. And I've started watching something else called Love, Sex and Robots, which is like a lot of mini episodes of different like stories. Like the first one is about like these 3 robots that are scouring the world. Humans are gone, they've wiped themselves out, and it's just these robots and cats. And they're like going over things that humans used to do, like basketball and things like that. They don't understand why humans would like bounce a ball around, and there's like this little tiny robot would like make up like stories that were what he thought was fact of what people used to do, and like they didn't understand why we would eat food when them as robots have batteries in them that keeps them powered for good. Not realizing that we don't have that because they've never seen humans other than corpses that are like around. That's the first one anyway, but there's like loads of other different stories in each episode. But I don't think they're all tied together, unless like the last episode somehow ties them all together. But yeah. And there was another one where, spoiler alert for anyone that's busy watching it, because this one's a few episodes in, but yeah, spoiler alert. There's one where this guy goes to his girlfriend's and she's got like this really old fridge. And it turns out there's a utopia inside the freezer, a civilization of small people. He finds a frozen mammoth in his ice cube. And then they open the fridge and find there's a small civilization in there. However, time for them inside the fridge is moving a lot quicker than our time. So they're advancing through the ages really quickly. And they advance so far ahead that they disappear. Like they become future tech and they just disappear. And so they close the fridge and they come back the next day and it's started all over again. Like it's back to the dinosaurs and dinosaurs chasing chimps around, and that's where it ends there. Just to like let you know that this freezer's got this constant recycling of a civilization. But then there's like weirder ones than that. But pretty good show. If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, you perchance know where the old samurai went? He is our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well then, suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamouring for dango. I duly recommended those served at the Umenico tea house, and there did they set off. Clamouring for dango? Can these truly be the same people? Makes no sense. Some manner of code, perhaps? But it avails us naught to speculate. Let us go to the tea house and see if we can pick up on their trail. I want to do the Monster Hunter event. Please, I want to do the Monster Hunter event. Lou, do you want to do that sometime? Do the Extreme Monster Hunter. And grind for the Rathalos mount. I've tried soloing it with my Samurai and with my Paladin. Can't do it. It's possible to do with the Samurai. There's videos on YouTube of someone soloing it on Extreme. You've just got to time the limited deaths that you've got and your potion usage. And obviously with one or two other people, it'll be a walk in the park. Like for me, I keep getting wiped at the part where you've got to kill that bull. The bull come charging in, the one that you've got to like knock over and use as a shield against his big breath attack. He'll charge in and stun the Rathalos and me. I'll jump on the Rathalos and start spamming here, but somehow I'll still die. Or I'll try and just kill the bull and use him for a shield, but yeah, the Rathalos seems to get up very quickly. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? Most beautiful girl you'll ever see, scoffing down dango as if her life depended on it. Now the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea. The reach of her family, no doubt. The girl had finally had her fill. They set off in the direction of the Chiokaze hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. Sukasetsu makes for Doma. This woman who travels with him. The more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she could truly be Yotsuyu. Still no trophy pop. Fuck's sakes. Look who it is! Just lurking in his chicken suit in the background. It's Quantum. Here he comes to have his half hour of boredom before logging out. This is Quantum's latest craze. He stalks as well. I'm doing cutscenes. But now he's doing it in a chicken suit. So yeah, there's another main story quest done, and that trophy still hasn't popped. So, yeah. Either a bug with that trophy, or when I get to the next quest that needs done, Rise of a New Sun, if that one doesn't pop, then yeah, there's something wrong. But Square's apparently looking into the reason behind the other one not dropping. The feed didn't die at any point, did it? See a bunch of frames dropped. God, I am full. Ugh. All our success in tracing Gosetsu's movements. How he came to be travelling with Yatsui remains a mystery, saying nothing of this Dango business. Hope to the wave. Hope on the waves. While doubts remain over the identity of Gosetsu's travelling companion, but now we can but follow the trail. How's it going, Quantum? You started the story yet? Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. Look, Alize will already have joined Master Soroban and Mistress Tataru there. Hit my first bug with a console version, Quantum. The last major story quest, the trophy didn't unlock. All other trophies so far have unlocked, but the story one for some reason hasn't. I got in touch with Square Enix this morning, and they're looking into it. They ain't bothering with Sony, because Sony just be like, no problem. Because their customer service is garbage. Though the guy that I spoke with at Sony didn't seem like he understood how this game works. I literally read a full dialogue of the issues I've had with this version on console. Since the ever since the PlayStation 3 version closed down and everyone upgraded from the PS3 version to the PS4 version, that upgrade seems to have caused no end of issues. Whereas people who buy it for the first time directly on the PlayStation 4 don't have problems. And I tried to explain that to this tech guy and he just didn't seem to understand. But he says he's going to get the trophy issue looked into. As for the license issue, he said, you can log into the game, you can play it, so as far as we're concerned, there's no problem. Because the original problem was... like when you go to the library on the PS4 or the PS5, that never used to be there. And when you went to the store, like if you go to the PlayStation store, yeah. Normally, obviously, I'm sure you know, normally when you buy something on the PlayStation Store, it'll say purchased. Or in library if you're on the PS5. Shadowbringers used to say purchased, but now it's gone back to having a price tag on it. And so because of that, because I couldn't access the game from my library or the PlayStation Store, it was a nightmare re-downloading the game. I'd have to log into the web browser and force a download through the through my purchases from the web browser store, and that would get it to appear. Now, thankfully, the PS5 upgrade seems to have fixed that problem, as I deleted the PS5 version and the PS4 version off my console this morning just to test it. And that still stays in my library. However, I've noticed this as well with Final 7. It's saying the digital version is unavailable, which I purchased the digital version. PlayStation people, this is why I'm going to stop buying digital versions of things on the PlayStation Store from now on, unless it's digital only, because Sony's infrastructure sucks. Like, for example, Final Fantasy XIV thinks that Final Fantasy 15 and all of its DLC is DLC. And Final Fantasy 15 thinks Final 14 is DLC. As well as other Final Fantasy games. Which was one issue I brought up with Sony a long time ago, and they were pretty much like, nothing we could do about it. Right. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alize arrived mere moments ago. All went well at my end. Fyodor met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some new information. It seems the troops who recently arrived in Kogani came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. That's not all. A contingent of aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they had picked up Gasetsu's trail. Then your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gasetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. Cool, no bother, Lou. See you in a minute. Oh my god, the temp is kicking up. The hot weather's starting to come. I need a new fan. This fan, like once in a blue moon, I'll get one quick whiff of cool air and then nothing. I just can't feel it. And the fan's not that far away from us. You have to literally be sat right, like as if you're hugging it. I need a new fan. That fan is crap. Preferably one I can hang on the wall or something. Because this one's sitting on the floor. It's got like really wide legs that take up space. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gasetsu's katana? At the asking price? Aye, well, we were in some haste, and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here's the contract of sale. Pray see that the man is paid. Paul's beard. You agreed to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Alphino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. Ooh, he gonna get his nuts kicked. First, let us go to the Ruby Price. Gasetsu has already set sail. The sentries there are sure to have seen him. Oh, Saruman, he's a turtle man. Duty calls. Tara seemed rather vexed, did she not? Ever the melodramatist. I'm sure our finances could stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. But I digress. We have work to do. I'm gonna have to open my door in a minute.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
One last check. Is audio still working? Can you hear the game fine? Oh, I am boiling. Yeah, can you hear the game fine? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I played for 2 hours yesterday, and I was chatting with Newton, and Newton didn't tell us that there was no game audio. I could hear the game audio, and the dials on Streamlabs were all jumping to indicate everything was all right. But yeah, when I looked at the feedback, there was a problem. I thought, okay, maybe it's a problem with Twitch, so I recorded a local video just to test, and there was no audio. So yeah, 2 hours of a gameplay with no sound, minus my mic. You could hear me, but not the game. The capture card for some reason derped. You'd open the door. The heat.
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
Oh boy.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy, but with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless
Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
We will help them while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Yes, Dad.
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing. Yeah!
come.
What? Belly flop.
An opening. Your defense is lacking.
No, our allies
Leave
are
this
so
to me.
stressed. We'll look who it is. say no to the help, but I'm not best pleased that we need it. I was going to adjust it. I'm reading the audio settings of it. Reset. Everything seems to have reset. Unfortunately, I can't pause during this. You're here for the old man, yes? He's at the top. You'd best hurry.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us. Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gosetsu!
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
Let us know how this is once I start fighting. Any better? Focus on the enemy. We'll see to Lady Yotsuyu when they're dead. Come, let us even the odds. Reinforcements. I need reinforcements. You should still have magic armor in reserve. Heal yourselves. Reinforcements. I need more reinforcements. Watch out. He means to blow it up. 2 of them. She'll need strategy, Jasix. Draw the armor this way. care. We know not what we face. Back, all of you.
The art of my forebears.
Mist and shade take form and grow full. There are too many. Draw them to me. I shall finish this. Alright, brace yourselves.
Focus. Release!
Powers above, rain destruction on my enemies. Turn that down. It's even reset like targeting, like it's targeting NPCs. Normally have that crap turned off.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens!
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Lost our memory. It was a horrible, horrible person who enjoyed torturing people.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave.
Hopefully the volume's a bit better there.
But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, and I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
With you and yours at our side, we have naught to fear. Thank you, my friends. Are you coming with us? Few suffered more at Yotsuyu's hand than Gosetsu. If this is his wish, so be it. As Tansui says, we should move on. Would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. On the road again, I can't wait to get on the road again. One of the settings bugs caused by when people are downloading their backup configurations from like the PS4 and the PC, because you can like obviously configure your hotbars and your settings and everything, and you can save those settings to the game's cloud storage. And I wonder if that's what's caused issue with settings not saving correctly. Everyone's staring at me. I understand I have the scions to thank for my katana's safe return. The samurai's blade is his soul. But no word will suffice to express my gratitude for returning me with mine. Reuniting. And here she is, just as I anticipated. Only surprised, she agreed to hold off until the Empire withdrew. Setsu lives. All other considerations should be pale next to that. And yet... Are we certain she is the real Yotsuyu? Setsu, like the gods, you're safe. It's all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Welcome back, Lou. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Jasix is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory. That's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. People are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely. I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. All right, if you say so. Right. It's past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Corsian bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores, near Asari, out of the villager's sight. You're not streaming the night, Coos? Unless you're already gone. Are we going to that village? Might have Dango. Another time, Sue. Our path takes us in a different direction. You do well to give Asari a wide berth, for everyone's sake. Though I only know Yotsuyu by reputation, this woman could scarce seem more different. Just make haste to the city. Lord Hien must know of this. Here is where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Jasix, when you are not otherwise occupied, I wish to speak with you about my next business venture. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Now come along, Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Gusetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. It's a business venture of Saravan's. You will give it a fair hearing, I trust. He has been good to us, after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Is this what leads to their Beast Tribe quests? His adventure. Elation and trepidation. We must meet with Lord Hean as soon as possible, or mayhap not at the Enclave. We'll send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. All are in agreement. I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray, follow us swiftly as you are able and join me on the outskirts of Namai. I am going through this cherry Pepsi like it's an out. Finally got some smart bulbs that work. I bought these a couple of weeks ago, but the problem with these bulbs is you need a smart hub, like a Sony smart hub or an Alexa hub and things like that for them to work. Bulbs that need a smart hub. Oh shit. They're useless. I mean, they turn on, they blink for a couple of seconds because they're trying to find a connection, but then they just go solid. But I can't do anything with them. And these ones can be changed colour, but I can't use them. So I bought 3 other ones, which doesn't need a hub. It just connects to your Wi-Fi and uses an app. So, but the problem with these bulbs is I can't change the colour. I can change the warmth and the brightness, and that's about it. But they're very bright, these bulbs. And at night time I can turn 2 of them off and just have one of them set to like the lowest dim. It makes my room nice and dim when I'm just chilling out. I normally use the bulb that I've got in front of us, the one that I normally use for lighting me up, but that one doesn't go as dim. However, that one can be changed colour. But it's got a different connection point, so it doesn't fit into the ceiling light. But I use that one for my front lighting. Ceiling lights I use for my green screen. Falling it now. The dude. He's out in the middle of nowhere, and he's left the dancy. I can guarantee that's a dude fapping. Fap, fap, fap. That's the sort of shit Koos would do. If Koos was still playing this game, you'd occasionally find Koos like this in the middle of nowhere, dancing on the road, fapping. All is well. Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed quietly, if you please.
My lord here, I am returned.
That's not what I wanted. Turn the brightness down. Too dim. There we go. That'll do.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination.
How's the voices now? Are they good when volume's turned up to max?
When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope, one which I have clung to ever since. Gorsetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they are.
Everything's loud. Like, I mean, I suppose it depends on how loud everyone's speakers and everything is. What I normally do is the Windows noise, that noise that you get from Windows. From the mixer, that noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't think you can. I've got system noises off. Like when you go to the mixer and you turn that system sounds thing up, I normally get an average on that. I turn my volume up until that doesn't sound very loud, that bling that you get. And once I've got that system noise so it doesn't sound loud, but it, it's at a reasonable volume when everything's like turned up to max, and then I go from there. And then obviously there's the volume of your speakers or your TV as well.
Meaning you know how I feel?
Hopefully on average it's not too bad. I tend to have it louder because normally when I end up listening to the feedback, what sounds normal now to me and to you guys when you're saying like it's louder or it's too quiet, like I'll listen to it back and it'll be quiet as hell. I don't know, it's hard to get an average. It's because I've gone and restored the settings to the PlayStation. You see, it's gone and reset the volume settings, and I can't remember what they were on originally.
Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend.
The only way I can find that out is if I open up one of my previous videos and have a look.
Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
I'm looking at the volume slider on the Elgato side, the audio that you guys should be hearing, and it's just stopping just on the line between the green and the yellow. Like you've got green, a big bar of green, yellow, and then red. Obviously you don't want to peek into the red. It's fine to have it jump a little bit into the yellow. Like mine, for me speaking, mine's just stopping before the red. Again, because I always have the mic louder than everything else. But the game, when he's speaking,
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything.
is stopping before the yellow. Very rarely does it like peek into the low end of the yellow. Normally when I have it so it's just in the green, when I listen to it back, it's quiet as hell.
The Empire is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it will end with her capture or her death.
Are you a friend, too?
claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Soyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yugiri.
One second. It's annoying because through Wavelength the volume levels are exactly the same. For some reason unknown to us, the capture card audio on Streamlabs, because I have to listen to it directly from the capture card. And the volume levels for me based on the dials jumping, it looks quieter on the stream versus what I'm hearing. But through Wavelength, the levels are exactly the same. That's why it's always hard for me to gauge the volumes. Because what might sound for me, 90% of the time it's quiet as hell on the feed. Like, how's the music that you can hear now? It should be audible, but not too loud when everything's turned up to max. Because right now I can hear the music fine. It's quiet, but not like really quiet. But like I said, for the audio on the feed, the dials are barely jumping into the green, which is why it's hard to gauge. And then when action kicks up, it gets loud as balls. I had it set perfectly earlier, but
from a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel.
Where he's a lot louder than the music.
If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
Thank you for delivering Kosetsu back to us in one piece. Lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us. Repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think upon. As regards the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, Seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. Would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The building effort proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say, and we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. If they so desire it, there is a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Kosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Forgive me, my lord. Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. But now we have taken Yotsuyu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. It does seem most unusual. You mean to look for other men? We would be happy to assist you. You should be glad of the help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. And there I was thinking I was in charge. But you have the right of it. Go on then. I will mind the house. And there's Quantum. Just casually running past on his T-Rex. Doom, 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 doom. Right, hopefully that's a good balance there. You seek the captain? He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone, as it happens. He did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me that Ast had caught up with him. I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Quantum's doing story. Ooh. Captain Jifuya. He was headed to the northern entrance when I saw him last. going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alizé when she came asking earlier. Something amiss? Where you up to in the campaign, Quantum? Good day to you, sir. You wish to hire a Falcon Porter? I see. Is this not your first visit to this stop? Okay, so I shall add your name to our register for future ease of travel. Spoke to the wrong person, didn't I? See, the trail led you here as well. This man says he saw Jifuya leave. Aye, the captain went outside some few bells ago. It looked quite unwell, I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gasetsu, who straight away struck out after him. I hope they'll be alright. Gasetsu too? Seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. No telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Jasix. Off and on I shall hold the fort. Blah. Oh shit. You're scared.
Ah! By the Kami! Your Lord Ian! Leave me! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her. But I knew she would be popular. And so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant and for her loyal service won the office of Acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, The truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, you, Giri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
Forgive me. Now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Da 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 da. Shit. Where's the entrance? Shit. I'm lost. My god, what's going on with the mouse? I thank you for your help in the search. Setsu has told me all that transpired. I did not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. Jifuya, I know, has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. The question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. Storm on the horizon. While you are out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear, but yet be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I need to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way. But we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Giddy, Jasix, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alizair and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We'd be glad of the help. You're acquainted with Hakudo, I believe, and I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We should depart at once. You take care. See, I've dropped some framies. Every now and then I keep dropping a couple of frames. That's normally a sign. I've had this problem in the past as well. That's normally a sign that there's a lot of noise on my line, and since I've just had a new line installed. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray, stay close to Jasix and Yugiri. Well, guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I've seen it all. Custom feminist then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. I'll spin the camera for a couple of seconds and see if it drops frames. Every now and then it just drops a couple of frames. It was 76 frames at first, now it's 256. Not many, only 0.01, but it's doing it. Like I said, usually when that happens in the past, it's the sign that there's noise on my line. But to be honest, I'm sick of speaking over Vodafone. I can't be bothered anymore. At least not for now. Doom, 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 doom. This is the right exit. I'm surprised I've still got eyelashes at the rate that they drop out. Always getting in my eye. I think it's because they like brush against my glasses, and when they do that, they just drop out, and then they end up getting in my eyes. So I've got stupid long eyelashes. But yeah, at 100% Lou, how's the music volume now? The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Do, 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 do. Here comes the crazy man. This guy's batshit crazy.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
Kill him. Guy's batshit insane.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, ambassador plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yazaku Mana docks and see that the ferries are ready. This game is weird. It's good. Such scenes of devastation greeted us on our journey here. Bitter wages of war. I have read much about the architecture and geology of Doma. Words do not do it justice. Upon disembarking, we will proceed directly to my hall where we may enjoy some privacy. Lord He and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Do. Lord Hien has requested that Master Alphonor and Mistress Alize also be present at the negotiation. There you are, Jasix. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an eighth right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure to attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on the matter at hand, the Ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one to for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphonor and Alize will also be there. Need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Kankan. The guardsmen will see you in. Lord Hien is expecting you. Can I show you in?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korgin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
From one cutscene to another. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't quite know what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal division. Stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. Made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. Think this might be all a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps. Though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy. She is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you're well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. The Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, though it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on the chance to secure their repatriation. Repatriation, I should say. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. But here we continue. Shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Jasix. Let us leave Alpha in order to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alize company. You're safe enough for now. Chance to relax at last. I know when I am out of my depth, Jasix. Though no weapons are drawn and negotiation is no less a battle, the stakes can be every bit as high. A misplaced word and people could die. Take someone with a cool head, I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? His forgotten home. Alright. For want of a better suggestion, let's see you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma. Be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Jasix, a moment if you would. Ah, Ugedi, and she. Was it? You have some business with Jasix? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honour. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past. I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. Would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal. I will take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Ugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company. Safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? It would be my pleasure. In that case, I will join you as well. There's naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It is settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangsha. Might we start at the town of Monzin? I could see what become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. I can't fly. Jump the wall. Hang on, why am I doing this? There's a teleporter right at the town. Fucking mouse. Touchpad mouse is crap. Actually, screw it, I will. I think this will take us closer. On that hero, you seek passage across the One River? Yes, I do. Let's screw it. Hi, my pretty flower. Blah. Quest am I on now? He's forgotten one. Nearly there. If the next trophy doesn't pop after the wing rise of a new sun, then yeah, we know there's a problem. Beyond just that one trophy. If I'm lucky, it'll pop and it'll trigger the other one to pop as well. But because I'm doing all these quests so far after that other one that should have popped, it hasn't. So I get the feeling none of the patch content ones are going to pop. But fingers crossed. Nay, can this truly be Mosin? Home to the cream of Doma's samurai? Heard that Otsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods for governance could ever prove effective. Well, like I said, when I'm Googling, I can't find anything. Because obviously the PS5 versions just came out. And nobody's posting problems of them not unlocking. It's just people posting when I boot up the game, trophies aren't popping. But it's because those people don't know that in order to force them to trigger, you have to do something. Like, to get the story quests to pop, you have to do a story mission. It'll then pop all of the story missions up to that point where you've completed that latest quest. Same with fates. If you've done 1,000 fates, just do one more fate and it'll unlock the trophy for doing 300 and 1,000 fates. Well, 3,000 fates as well. Same with crafting, do one craft, it'll pop all the crafting related ones. Level up your character, kill an enemy and get a little bit of experience off of it, and it'll pop all of the leveling trophies. Which it has done that for me. It's done all of them, but it's this one trophy in the next line of the stories hasn't unlocked. Which is strange because the Stormblood quest for finishing the patch content, like the final main story quest, not patch content, pre-patch, the expansion's end story quest is called Stormblood, and that trophy has popped. But the first one in the patch content of Stormblood, Return of the Bull, hasn't popped. And I'm 2 quests away now from the next one, which is Rise of a New Sun. And if that doesn't pop as well, then it's more than a problem of just that one. I get the feeling that none of them will. Yeah, the raids have popped, they're fine. Like, I completed the raids and they unlocked. But yeah, that one there is the first one that's given us a problem. And again, nobody seems to be posting anything. And if you look at the percentages, it says there 24.4% of players have earned it. So people are unlocking it. So it's either just a me problem or it's just a small few people that have the issue, but no one else has come forward and said anything about it yet. It's hard to tell. But the Square Enix rep says he's escalated it and someone will look into it. But to be honest, I get the feeling they'll come back and say, oh, nothing we can do about it. In which case I'll be pissed, but I can't do fuck all about it because Sony will not give us my money back for all these problems I've been having. It's been too long now. Sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult. Once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. But again, like I said, it's just strange that the Stormblood trophy's popped, but the first in the patch content hasn't. Because if it was a big problem, then yeah, like I said, why is the Stormblood one and the raids unlocked for the Stormblood trophies? Because if anything, they shouldn't have unlocked as well, you know what I mean? But they have, and that one hasn't. Again, it's hard to tell if it's an account problem, a bug. God knows. I don't believe for a moment that he came here to see the sights of Yangsha. Question, what did he come for? God, why'd I keep us stuck on Ali's ear for a good while there? Lord Hien would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one of many to take inspiration from its majesty. It is a travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must, of course, come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes, it will follow me. I will ready our boat. But yeah, it's hard to find info. I've Google searched, I've gone on Reddit, I've checked the final forums, I've even made a post on the final forums, and no one's responded to it. I put an extra post on the day saying I've been in touch with Square Enix, but let's have a quick peek, but it's still no response from anyone. Yep. And it's just slowly getting buried amongst all the other technical problems. Let's see. Yeah, it's mostly just people posting that they're having latency issues with the game. Not many people posting anything related to the PS5. Duty calls. Ready to cast off?
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
Oh, it's our good old buddy. Oh, the red Kojin.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Battle start. This is normally when things get loud when the fight is finished. Hopefully it's not too bad now that I've adjusted the volume levels.
Away with you!
I will not let you harm these innocents.
It is nothing.
We're tired of these games. Well, I'll reinforce.
Leave this to me.
With this for these children.
No quarter!
What do they even want with them? They need to overwhelm. Lead to their reinforcements quickly. Now, aim for the young ones.
An opening.
Oh my god, I've changed the target. Someone reminded me to change the target settings. Console versions keep targeting Prioritize and target the NPCs.
The art of my
They would
forebears.
call for reinforcements, then so shall we. Hold your ground.
Take my steel!
Try to draw away their reinforcements.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of yours here in action. Few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. A guilty conscience. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? To what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am. I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. With any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Make us fly there. If she's at the port anyway, what she'll be in the town. The way I can check. Have a look. Ah, God. There we go. Through the universe. Yeah, this thing, because obviously I like to zoom the camera in when I'm in the middle of conversations, and then when I get on the mount, this thing just takes up the entirety of the screen. But I'm just using it for the sake of story. It was the last mount he got during Stormblood. With Realm Reborn, I used the Magitech armor. Heavens, what I use the Griffin or the Collector's Edition. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray, go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain without and keep watch over our guests. Well, we'd best not keep him waiting. I trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Kojin. We are to deter from encroaching on Yangsha. Our response must be swift and decisive. I understand you served as the ambassador's escort. My thanks. I've dropped more frames. It's not many, but again, it keeps happening. And my brother's just come home, so chances are when he turns everything on, everything's just gonna go. You are expected, sir. Shall I show you in? Welcome back, my friend. Giri tells me you accompanied her and Ashi on a tour of Yangsha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertion at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Till the ambassador affords you Giri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. Please, tell us how it all unfolded. Blah 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 blah. Red Koji, yeah? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. We are planning some new venture here in Yangsha. We'll need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. Tell me, and don't be modest, was Ashi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met. His desire to save them seemed quite genuine. Possible he truly believes that what he's seeing. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think we can trust him. And with reason. And the question of what his true intentions may be remains. Right? And the question of what his true intentions remains. Totally misread that. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game, for now at least. Well, swearing summoning could be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. It just leaves the somewhat thornier question as to how to police the Red Koji. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphanor's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we have identified a workable solution. Duel. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Or said relics remain there to this day. It is all but certain the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Koji a means of amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friend of the Blue Koji. Since Dorma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Uchin and his people. With their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. What of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Ashi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the populace garner favour, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? It's of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right. one which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie?
Let's cross my internet doesn't die, because my brother's home, and as soon as he turns on his PlayStation, logs into Final, and starts discording with his lass, things might go up. I hope not.
With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
1 second, I think someone's shouting. Do, 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 do.
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Right, now for the quest that should pop the next trophy in line. If it doesn't, heck knows. When Square Enix gets back to us, I'll have to say, oh, by the way, the next trophy hasn't popped either. Rise of a New Sun. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Ashai's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango?
Dango!
How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Forgive me, my lord. has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Jasix. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion. Never did I imagine it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that. But alas, it is as you say. Sue, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, the superiors have a long overdue report. It will be elated to hear of our agreement, but I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangsha. This will take time, of course. Of course, be rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We'll also begin taking steps to better counter the threat, the Korjin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in recruiting and rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Korjin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. Light of the Red Korjin is the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, these children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Korjin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Osetsu, before I leave Yotsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Ashi to a proper farewell. The ambassador's airship awaits at custom fulminants. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting.
Yeah, when I first had this cutscene, it was during the day, so now it's during the night. When I first played through the game.
Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Crazy incoming.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Crazy. But that's how it goes.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Dun dun dun.
Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Bad idea. He's grown bored of that weapon. And found a new one.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Yeah, he's very tall.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenosier Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Yeah, he got a thing for Xenos. Because we cut him down, he don't like me very much.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
I think the others would be able to hear this conversation. We're clearly within earshot. They're all deaf. Blah, 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 blah.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
He said there'd be a reckoning. He's clearly got a thing for Xenos. I smell trouble.
Of all the memories to witness,
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Is he mad? Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. He truly is a disciple of Xenos. This possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. Shall proceed as planned. Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. You need not concern yourselves with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. The hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we'll be on hand to play our part, either in the defense of Doma to help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea. Given the volatility of the situation, perhaps it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Natsuyu's amnesia and Ashi's dubious agenda, it's here we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, he must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that, you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. Kugane then. Ataru and the others must know what has transpired here. I hear that there's no like mouse speed options in game, because the mouse speed options on the console itself are turned up to max, and the mouse isn't exactly like I have to drag the mouse for miles to get it to fully cross the screen. It's not that fast, but it's maxed out on the PlayStation settings. Please, trophy, please unlock. Please. Even if it's just the next trophy, it doesn't necessarily have to be the previous one, because then it'll just confirm that it's just the previous one that's the problem. But if this one doesn't unlock as well, which I guarantee it won't, then yeah, there's a problem. Yeah, it's a good setting. Greetings, honoured sir. But obviously it's not the in-game hub. It's Ralgaz Reach is the in-game hub, so everyone just hung out there, doing their dailies. Greetings, honoured sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missive from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're pursuing a number of ventures to replenishing our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize to Taru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Saraban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Jasix should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Nay. Forgive me, Jasix. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Well, I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value. Knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Eabrial and his associates have heard something of on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Ashi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice do we have but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. She may very well be a monster. We must play his game, for now. There's a lot of popping going on in the background every time the camera angle changes. And it hasn't unlocked. No trophy. That's 2 now. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Yes, there is a problem. Just strange that the patch content ones are the ones that aren't unlocking.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Yet the main campaign of the story, that one did unlock, and the Omega Raid.
Were we friends?
Yes! We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
Run away!
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Yep, no trophy. Sweet. I was planning on calling it a night at the end of that one anyway. Well, that's 2 trophies now that haven't unlocked. That sucks. Just again, very puzzling why the Stormblood trophy unlocked, but the patch content ones aren't. And again, other people are unlocking them because you can look at the trophy percentages and see that people are getting them. So I don't know if it's again. I'm honestly thinking it's an account issue, but the tech guy just didn't seem very knowledgeable about this game and how it worked across PlayStation. But yeah, Rise of a New Sun, that should have unlocked. Let's see, what's that? 24.7% of people have unlocked that trophy. Well, people are unlocking it. Same with the previous one, Return of the Bull, 24.4 people. Huh. A higher percentage has unlocked that trophy, and a lower percentage has unlocked the Return of the Bull. But maybe there is an issue. I mean, going off of that percentage, again, it's not that high of a percentage. That's 24.7 for the one that should have just unlocked, and the previous one is 24.4. It's still a lower percentage. It's only a small amount, but going off the percentages, that tells me maybe others are having this problem. Because if it was a case of 24.7 of unlocked Rise of a New Sun, then shouldn't either a higher value or the exact same value of people unlocked Return of the Bull? Because obviously it would be higher if obviously not enough people have progressed through to the point of unlocking that one, you know what I mean? Or it would be the same value as that. It should either be higher or of the same value, the prior trophy. But because it's lower, that tells me there is a really, really small percentage of people who aren't unlocking it. Myself included. So I don't know if they'll take a look at those percentages and think, oh, hang on, there must be a problem. But yeah, and the problem is there's no way to force the trophies to unlock in-game other than doing the quests. Which is why when I did Return of the Bull and it didn't unlock, I had hoped if I did the next quest after, maybe that would trigger it. But obviously I've done like 10 more quests since then and it hasn't triggered. So then I was hoping that Rise of a New Sun would trigger and maybe trigger the previous one, but obviously both of them haven't unlocked, and so that now tells me none of them will unlock of these ones, which is worrying for Shadowbringers when I get onto that. Something tells us none of these will unlock apart from the raids. For some reason the raids will unlock. Maybe the Shadow that it'll probably be the same. That'll unlock, but the patch content will probably not. Let's say 23% of that. 23%. 23.3. 23.3. 23. 22. You see the percentages are dropping. See that the trophies in Shadowbringers tell me that they are working. If I'm going off the percentages. Because it's got 23.7 have unlocked the Shadowbringers. And then the first trophy in the patch content is 23.3. And then the next one's 23. And then the next one's 22.4. You see how the percentage is dropping? That tells me again that those trophies might be working fine. Because obviously more people will have progressed to the point of the end of Shadowbringers, but not so many have progressed to the end of the patch content. The final one in the patch content is 21.4%, which is lower than the previous one, which is 22%. That tells me people are progressing through and unlocking them. Whereas the Shadowbringers percentages, 24.3 have unlocked Stormblood, 24.4 have unlocked Return of the Bull, which is the first patch content, so that's a slightly higher value. And then the one after that is 24.7, an even higher value. You see how it's going up rather than down. 25% for the next one. 25.2. 25.6. The value's going up for Stormblood rather than down. Which tells me that the Stormblood trophies have a problem. If we're going off of percentages. And I can only hope Square will have a look at this, or Sony, and they'll see, hang on, the percentages there don't make sense. But again, I get the feeling nothing will happen and these trophies won't unlock. But we'll see. We can only hope it gets fixed. Anyway, I'm going to call that there for now. Have an early night. I had a bit of a rude awakening this morning. I had such a weird dream. Woke me right up and I felt, it was like, bleh, bleh. Made me feel right sick. It was such a horrible dream. Like someone was live streaming themselves. It's such a random dream. I don't know how it occurred. Someone was live streaming themselves, hanging around with a group of lions and that. And they were getting on, they were hanging out, and the guy was even riding on the back of the leader of the pack. Again, I have no idea how this became a dream. No clue. And it suddenly ended in such a horrible way. They chased off a rival group, and the guy decided to lean down in front of the leader of the group, as if to show a sign of respect, and the lion just went, ow, and bit him in half. And I immediately woke up, and I was just like, bleh, bleh. Why, where the hell did this dream come from? I have no idea. Such a random dream. I have no idea where it came from. The only time I've seen a lion is during a cutscene in Final. When it cuts to the palace in the Alamegan Empire. There's like this lion in the background, and I remember staring at it during a cutscene thinking, wow, that lion looks very unthreatening. It looked like a baby Simba. It was like a big lion statue. It looked like a lion cub. And I could only think somehow maybe that's made us have this weird dream. I have no idea. Such a weird dream. Very rarely I have dreams. Hey, Dargodra, I'm literally just ending my stream. I'm doing all right. Hit a bit of a bump with the PlayStation 5 version of this game with some of the trophies not unlocking. I've reported the issue to Square for the first one that didn't unlock, but I've just hit another milestone and the next trophy also hasn't unlocked. But I'm going to call that there for the night because I'm going to have a nice early night. Go to sleep. Yeah. Thanks for swinging by anyway. I think Koos is currently, if he's want to head over there, I think he's carrying on with Resident Evil. I think he's playing Resident Evil 3 now. Or he's still on 2, one or the other. Or he's just chilling. But anyway, I'm going to call that there for the night, guys. If you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to hit that follow button. It's always appreciated. And yeah, I shall see you again tomorrow. Have a good night. I shall have a look at the VOD and see what the audio was like and tweak things, because obviously my audio settings have all been. I think it's because I had that audio issue yesterday. Everything's gone and derped. Because yesterday there was literally no game audio. So there's like 2 hours of footage of just me talking. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace. Hopefully I'll be on a bit earlier tomorrow, but we'll see. Bye-bye.